Yeah, not much you can say about that. Hey, we flipped a coin. I lost. Chris Pollone is in for Don Hawes tonight.
Yeah, that's what they think of Don Hawes' job. Let's see who can do Don's job. Yep, it's you.
It's
Congratulations.
You.
Yeah, but we'll muscle through this. Coming up next is sports. Nick Saban at his usual Wednesday night news conference talks about what role Darrell Harris will have as he returns from suspension. And for Auburn, who's injured and how much the Tigers are favored by against Kentucky. Plus, the first drivers elected to the NASCAR Hall of Fame. NBC 13 HD Sports is next. Strap yourself in.
Now, NBC 13 HD Sports.
The Crimson Tide was back on the practice field today, hoping to continue their winning streak this weekend against South Carolina. It's homecoming weekend, and it will also be a homecoming of sorts for sophomore linebacker Darrell Harris. He's missed 6 games after accepting a used laptop computer from the same guy who paid for that fishing trip Julio Jones and Mark Ingram went on back in the spring. Harris is on the depth chart as Dante Hightower's backup. Hightower's season ended when he tore ligaments in his left knee. True freshman Nico Johnson filled in for Hightower during last week's game against Ole Miss. Now Johnson and Harris are competing in practice for the starting job. More on that in the upcoming game in this week's Saban Says.
You know, both guys are who will do what in this game yet.
The old ball coach, Steve Spurrier, is coming to Tuscaloosa this weekend. He expects injured South Carolina tight end Wesley Saunders to play in Saturday's game against the Tide. Saunders has been out with a sprained ankle. He's the team's 3rd leading receiver this season with 14 catches for 156 yards. BamaChannel.com is the place to go for continuous coverage of the Tide 24 hours a day. Auburn is preparing for Saturday night's 6:30 kickoff at home against Kentucky. The Tigers are battling the injury bug. Cornerback Walt McFadden is nursing a right knee injury, while defensive end Antonio Coleman has been playing with a cast on his right hand. The Tigers are favored by 2 touchdowns in Saturday's game. AuburnVersus.com, your place for continuous coverage of the Tigers 24 hours a day. So who's the favorite college coach for players in the NFL? Southern Cal's Pete Carroll. 43 NFL players were asked which college coach they would like to play for. Carroll was the runaway winner. Florida's Urban Meyer was the top SEC coach. Tennessee's Lane Kiffin, South Carolina's Steve Spurrier, and Alabama coach Nick Saban all received 2 votes each. Former Syracuse coach Greg Robinson received no votes. I kid Greg Robinson. Finally, the first inductees for the NASCAR Hall of Fame have been announced. On the list, Bill France Sr., who formed the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing, Bill France Jr., who took over for his father as head of NASCAR in 1972. Also selected were Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt, NASCAR's 2 7-time Cup champions, and Junior Johnson. He pioneered the technique drafting, which I use on 280 every day. Those men will be inducted to the Hall of Fame in May of 2010 up in Charlotte, North Carolina, at the new Hall of Fame that they're building up there.
All right, Chris, many thanks. So final look at your forecast when we come back.